game's not bad. It's like, oh. Oh, I'm getting hurt. Real bad. Never stood a chance.
Whoa, hey, where'd you come from? Don't go ambling out in those hills. That's marauder territory, friend.
Oh yeah, I know.
Ain't safe out here. You'd best head into town. Avail yourself of Edgewater's high walls and low prices.
Do they pay you to
I
trap
am
strangers?
employed by the Retirement Department of Spacer's Choice. That's fancy talk for working in the cemetery. Name's Silas. Junior in humor for the town of Edgewater. We're all part of the Spacer's Choice family.
Yeah, let's get straight to business.
Definitely not the junior in humor, that's for sure. If you've got business inquiries, you should stop by Reed Thompson's office. He's up in the tower above the cannery. Head into town, follow the road. Look, you obviously ain't a worker. What's your racket? You a smuggler? Freelancer?
All up in my business.
Got
I do what I
a knack
want.
for being discreet like? There's money to be made, long as you keep your nose clean. Edgewater is a company town, board-owned and operated. That includes the cemetery. None of us own our grave sites, we rent them from the company.
Wow.
Renting means money. Money means paperwork. Paperwork means signatures. Some of our families become a mite delinquent in paying their dues, you see. Company policy. If it was up to me, I'd put the whole town 10 feet under, free of charge.
Yo, why can't you do
Quotas
yourself?
mostly. Got a backlog of graves to fill. Bodies won't bury themselves, you know?
Should Nah, I'ma help you out.
4 workers still haven't paid up. Phyllis, Conrad, Ludwig, and Martin Abernathy. He's a special case. You may want to twist his arm a little.
Alright.
Had your rations yet?
Yep, 2 whole cans.
Miss Holcomb, I need you to explain this request. The grease monkey, Argo?
You talking about me?
I'm sorry, Mr. Thompson, sir.
Seems we've got a guest. Really now, Parvati, I do wish you'd spoken up. I do apologize. I was given no forewarning of your arrival, or I might have welcomed you at the gates myself. I'm Reed Thompson, Outpost Administrator. I cannot help but notice you are not in uniform.
I don't even like this guy already. Just the way he's speaking to me.
Shirt, pants, work boots, company-approved colors. The, honorable apparel of a loyal worker?
I am not a worker.
Of course not. I don't have that kind of luck. Seems I allowed my excitement to run away with my wits. Been a few seasons since we've had a visitor pass through.
Only regulator we got is hooked up to the town transformer. Mr. Thompson ain't liable to be keen on dismantling it.
I beg your pardon. I am most emphatically not keen on any such thing. I can't let you have our power regulator. But I happen to know of another one. And I happen to know exactly how you may retrieve it without frying yourself in the process. There's a power regulator in the old botanical lab. It's mostly abandoned, so all that power is being squandered. Go down to the geothermal
Mostly abandoned.
plant.
There's about to be a
Reroute
giant
power
monster
from the
in there. I'm about to have a
botanical
boss battle.
over to us. Once their power's shut down, you can have their regulator and be along on your way. I was not entirely sure how to tell you this. The botanical labs are not legally inhabited, but there are people who live there.
Yep.
No, I do not imagine they will be pleased. But like a parent disciplining an unruly child, you will be doing them a kindness.
Bro, who are you?
Living in the botanical labs. They're deserters, former workers. I need them back at their posts. I need them to come home.
Bro thinks he's a Madara.
Good law, no, I don't want you killing anyone, least of all them. My hope is that by cutting off their power, you will convince those deserters to come back to town. Before you go to the plant, I want you to stop by the botanical lab. Speak to their leader, Adelaide. Tell her the power's about to go, and that it's time her band of deserters came back to town.
My dad told me all about the plant. Taught me all he knew. I could come in useful. I mean, if that's all right with you, Mr. Thompson. Sir.
I hesitate to part ways with Miss Holcomb, but I cannot deny that she is talented, and may prove useful to you.
In what ways?
You will need an administrative passcode in order to enter the plant. I am trusting you with mine, and trusting Miss Holcomb to guide you if you'd like.
Great! I got my wrenches,
she can slide.
prognosticators, and hairpins, and engine tape, so I'm all set.
Well, I am glad to hear that. Best of luck to you, and thank you again for your help. It is a lot to ask of a stranger, I know.
Okay, so you have companions in this game, just like Fallout. Okay.
We better clear out of Mr. Thompson's office before we talk. We better clear out of Mr. Thompson's office before we talk. Hey, mister, can we talk? Sorry.
Alright.
Sorry. You just want to get out of here. And you likely don't want to tag along like me. It's just, Mr. Thompson has his own view on matters, on account of it's his job and what all, but that's not the only side of the tale.
Yeah, he didn't strike me as the most honest person.
He believes every word he says. It's just, he doesn't always get where other folk are talking from. To Mr. Thompson, a person's a gear. It does its job quiet-like. If it squeaks or stutters, it gets replaced. The deserters are decent folk. I knew some of them before they left. Life's hard here, especially for them that don't fit in so well. We're one big Spacer's Choice family, but every family's got the one the rest whisper about. Mr. Thompson's aiming to take away their power. They'll have no lights to see, nor heat to cook. They'll be at the mercy of marauders, or worse. I think you should talk to the town's vicar about it. Max, his name is. Thanks, mister. I just think when you gotta make a decision that'll hurt somebody, it's best to think on the right and wrong of it. That's what my dad used to say anyways.
Yeah, it's just taking away their power from them doesn't seem like the most ethical thing to do.
Sorry, I'll just be a minute.
I'm gonna get one of those.
He's off the threats, friend.
Anyways. You good? I don't even think I was supposed to come here. Oh, okay. I feel stupid for doing that.
It's too clean.
Yes, what is it? You're an outsider. Fantastic. Vicar Maximilian de Soto at your service. Or Vicar Max if you're the sort who prefers brevity. And Ms. Holcomb as well. How rare to see you out. And with a complete stranger. Curious.
Just tagging along, Vicar DeSoto. Don't mind me.
I so rarely get new people to talk to. Name your poison, anything at all. Spiritual counseling, this season's tossball predictions, the quickest way out of town.
But what? I thought you would talk to him.
You wanted to speak to me, Ms. Holcomb? Every time I've tried to engage you in conversation, you look at the floor, answer in single words, and slink away. I can't imagine what would be so grave as to drive her to my mission. What has Mr. Thompson asked you to do? Depriving them of safety from the marauders and wildlife. I can see why that troubles you. Miss Holcomb has a soft heart. Always has, if you believe the talk. Assuming your goal is to save as many as possible, then you should bring everyone together. Send the power to Edgewater and convince the deserters to return to the fold. If it were as easy as a few soothing words in the right ears, I'm sure it would have been done already. Consider it a challenge. If you don't mind a bit of unsolicited advice, be cautious on your way to the geothermal plant. It is not as safe as you might assume.
As expected.
The marauders I met when I ventured outside the walls might agree with you. Bastards snuck up on me while I was dutifully hunting for a banned book in a collector's library. Barely escaped with my life. But you see, one of the reasons I transferred here was to get my hands on that heretical text. If you managed to acquire it for me, I'd pay quite a handsome sum for the book. It's a handwritten journal. A faded blue cover with the name...
Whatever, I don't actually care.
I'll mark where I saw it on your map. Assuming you're serious?
Yeah,
That's
there we go.
understandable. If you change your mind, let me know.
Yeah, right now we got business. We got things to do. There's a church?
Hey there, Mary. Don't see you round here too often.
Oh, I just came to talk to the vicar is all.
Alright. Salt tuna.
Here they come!
I need to work on my sensitivity. Jeez. There we go. I swear I'm not this bad.
Bouncing off! That's the last of them!
Oh, a trip blade. Okay, nice.
Okay, keep him quiet.
All right. I don't know how to do this. Wow. Don't die, don't die, don't die. Don't die. Oh man.
A few moments later.
Alright, let's go. I'm getting stronger. We don't need that. This whole time I haven't been actually applying the perk points. Oh, goodness. Gun. How much? Oh boy. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, get him, please. Okay, don't die. I don't need more sword. I need ammo. Where's this last guy at? Oh, okay. You see, there's a way I can buy. Oh, leave. I wasn't ready to deal with all that. I wonder, is there any vehicles in this game? Or do people just walk everywhere? perfect. The living standards abysmal. I need to get your money up.
Move along, stranger. We don't want any trouble. I don't know you.
I don't know
Whatever
you.
you're looking for, it ain't here. Move along. Answers, huh? You must be one of those philosophicals. Already got ourselves one of those. A geo what? Look, plants ain't my purview. You're better off asking after Adelaide. If you're gonna start wandering around my camp, know that I got my sights on you. Over in the hothouse, tending crop. Enough with the questions. No offense, but I've got a lot on my mind.
All right.
Well, look at you, buzzing around the aether with your very own ship. Rest of us gotta make do with the ground at our feet.
It must be sad.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was unworthy of me. Lady named Zoe went missing some nights ago. Just up and vanished without a trace. Now I'm pacing around wondering if marauders got to her. It's not like Zoe to go wandering. Figured she might be out scavenging, but that ain't exactly her talent. Can't imagine where she's gone.
I just love how
Hell's a
every
wide
person you
place.
talk to in
She
this
could be
game
anywhere.
is always going to pull up with some type of side quest for you.
Could do without the gallows humor.
Oh gosh.
If you're hungry, there's meat turning on the spit outside. If you're bearing illness, find a place to lay your head down and I'll fetch you a poultice. Whatever your troubles with
you're nice.
Edgewater, leave them at the gates and be welcomed here. Any questions, dear? I have been called that, among other things. Green Thumb, grandmother, the strange old lady who keeps flowers. But yes, Adelaide will do just fine.
Excuse me, Miss McDevitt? Sorry, it's just... You got such pretty trees in here.
Why, thank you. You're Robert's girl, aren't you? I remember when you were but a sprout. Thomas speaks of you often. Are you staying long? You should try some of my tobaccorn tea. I brew it in an old spittoon, but it's been cleaned. Reed Thompson? You here on behalf of that cold-eyed reptile? Let's hear it. What's Reed's idea of peace, then?
Whole vibe switched. Soon as you heard that man's name.
Make amends. Spare me. Only thing Reed knows how to make is a mess. Like everything else that comes out of Edgewater, that peace offering is canned. I and my own are living just fine out here by ourselves. he would do such a thing. The question is, why would you agree to his plans? Cannery's got a regulator. You want ship parts, you ought to rip them out of the cannery's guts and leave us be. If you're going down to the plant, you should divert power away from Edgewater and toward our end of the grid. Think about it. You'd be liberating an entire town from a lifetime of service to that odious cannery. Seems the sort of thing a hero would do. I trust you will listen to your conscience.
So I can either take the power away from Edgewater and send it here, or take the power out of here and send it to Edgewater.
Before he left the cannery.
See, Edgewater does look nicer, but these seem like good people. You know what? I'm gonna do a side quest, then I'm gonna get back to this. I'm gonna help these people clear out their fees and then take the power away from Edgewater.
I cut my own hair. But Conrad sells real good disinfectant.
Merciful law. Is that a marauder's outfit? I don't want you wandering into my shop wearing something you've lifted off a corpse. Please don't touch anything. Your hands are probably crawling with germs.
Alright, man.
Physical hygiene recapitulates moral hygiene. Cleanliness is next to lawfulness. So everyone says, until someone forgets to cough into their elbow, and then we're all dying of plague. I'm Conrad.
The great cough of 2020.
If your hair fails to meet Spacer's Choice aesthetic standards. You will also report to me in the event of your death, whereupon I will clean and prepare your remains for interment. Ah, gravesite fees. Silas and I had talked about this at length. I thought I'd made it clear my pecuniary situation precludes the necessary restitutions.
You mean you're broke?
As broke as pie crust, friend. Bidless, indigent, destitute. I simply cannot afford it. I am a blemish on the prosperity of our fair settlement. When I expire, I expect Silas to toss my body into a ditch. I have to be, if only to prepare myself for my inevitable dressing down at the hands of corporate. Tell Silas I can't afford to pay, and that I fully expect to have my medical rights revoked for this dereliction. With my apologies.
Okay, this is sad. You're gonna lose your medical rights over it?
Not a bad idea. But I'd need some kind of collateral. My pair of lucky clippers! No, that won't do. Your idea intrigues me, but I'm afraid I don't have anything to give Silas. I'm open to suggestions. Much obliged.
I gotta tell Silas that this boy is broke.
Lovely to see you about, Miss Parvati.
Things going all right, Silas?
Been keeping him careful and true, miss. Something I can do for you? You run into any trouble? Conrad's barbershop is a yawning pit that swallows his every bit. I keep telling him he should cut a few corners, skimp out on the disinfectant. You gotta put the squeeze on Conrad. Find some dirt on him. Maybe check his back room.
You're terrible.
That's the word, extortion.
Oh my god.
My tongue all day.
Bro, forcing me. Okay. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of any of these people at Edgewater. Y'all don't need the power. Oh boy. Oh yeah, that's good. That's perfect. Hey yo, close that door. Yeah, I'll just take all that. You ain't see nothing. Let's go.
What can I do for you? You know about Eugene? How?
It's right there. On the freaking table.
You were probably poking around my things. I really shouldn't leave my letters sitting out in the open. Eugene's golden teeth were a family heirloom, representing 3 generations of poor dental hygiene. He took them to his grave. That's unthinkable. Eugene's body and all rare earth minerals contained therein are solely the property of Spacer's choice. I can't ask Silas to dig up a man's body and pry a few teeth loose from his jaw just to pay my bills.
Silas is not here.
Are you asking rhetorically? Because if you're being serious... Ugh, gross.
Desperate measures, Miss Holcomb. Desperate measures. I'm going to have to ask Silas to dig up those teeth. It's the only way I'm paying my gravesite fees. Here you are. Gravesite papers affixed with my signature and an IOU.
Okay, that was easy. How do you run a morgue and a barbershop? Interesting combination.
Yes, Mr. Thompson.
How you doing?
Oh, sweet merciful law. A marauder's in my domicile.
I need to take off this outfit. I'm scared of these people.
There a reason you're running around outfitted like one of those monsters? Did Mr. Thompson send you to put the fear in me? Well, you tell Mr. Thompson I'll be right at my post. Tomorrow. Bright and early tomorrow. Because I'm definitely not plagued. As spry as a spring chicken. That's old Abernathy.
Look at his eyes.
Didn't nobody ever tell you to never impress yourself between a man and his muttering? Which is, by the way, a normal and healthy mode of expression.
Right.
Silas knows, doesn't he? That's why he sent you. That's why he wants me to pay up. He knows.
Let's try lying to him.
Sounds like he's already told you. You may as well hear it from me. I'm dying. I'm not long for this world. The date of my expiration is fast approaching. And soon I shall be ushered through the great cannery in the skies.
Don't say that, Mr. Abernathy. You still got a couple decades in you.
I'd steer clear, Ms. Holcomb. My affliction's bound to be contagious. It's plague. Has to be.
Oh, you're
Silas
sick.
knows. He knows I got one foot in my grave, and now he wants to charge me for the other one. You are? Oh, wow. First time anyone's ever told me
I gotta be a little sympathetic. I feel bad for this guy.
I don't want any trouble from Silas. But if you could see your way to freelancing for me, I could really use the help.
No problem.
So does that mean you're for hire? I could use the help if you could use the work. There's a cache of anthracillin tucked away in the old community center. Powerful stuff.
I'll tuck my way out of
what
that.
we got anyway. I need you to break in, nab that medicine, and bring it back to me.
Alright.
You oblige me with your haste.
A side quest within a side quest.
Oh, Law, it's in my spleen now. I can feel it.
It's in my spleen. Okay. Keep that plate to yourself. You might want to leave. Get away from the... There we go. Mr. Plague Man. Alright, that's it for me. I'm gonna catch y'all later.